Human beings are very entangled, very complicated. The whole world is very complicated. Just like a bamboo tree. Have you ever seen big bamboo tree? Bamboo tree, a big bamboo tree is very, very complicated. The roots of the bamboo are also very entangled, very much complicated. Also, our life are very much complicated. We have to try to disentangle, to overcome from this tangle. According to the Jada Sutta, there are two kinds of tangles. There are two kinds of tangles, inner tangle and outer tangle. Tangle means love, craving, dosa, hatred, moha, ignorance, and other defilements. These are like roots of the bamboo. They are called inner tangle. The more we have the kilesa, the more we have lova, dosa, moha, the more we are entangled, the more we are complicated. And then the outer tangle, the number two outer tangle, that is the many tangles, such as economic tangles, business tangles, marriage tangle, and political tangles, and so on. Nowadays, the people are very much entangled, and social tangle, the economic tangle, the political tangle, marital tangle. These problems are based on our kilesa, lobha, dosa, and moha. By studying Buddha's teaching, by practicing meditation, we have to clean up. We have to clean this tangle. I would like to tell the one story relating to this tangle. Once upon a time in Varanasi, Banaras in India, once upon a time in Varanasi, two Pichika Buddha were sitting under a big bamboo tree. Two Pichika Buddha, they were sitting and practicing under a big bamboo tree. At that time, the king of Varanasi came to them. The king of Varanasi approached to them. At that time, two Pichika Buddha see the king of Varanasi. They talk Dhamma to the king of Varanasi. Two Pichika Buddha preached the king of Varanasi. Oh, king, your human life is just like a bamboo tree. Your human life is very complicated, very entangled, such as economic tangle, political tangles, marriage tangle, business tangle, social tangles, many tangles in your human life. Your human life is very complicated. That's why, okay, you have to practice a Dhamma to overcome this tangle, to disentangle this tangle. Also, we have the many tangles. Nowadays, the people in the world are very complicated. Related to this, now we have to study the Jada Sutta. Jada Sutta. When the Buddha was staying at the Jedavana monastery in Savatthi, Deva, a certain deity, came to the Lord Buddha at midnight in order to ask the question. The Deva asked the Buddha, "Oh, Bani, this one is a very complicated inner tangle and the outer tangle. Who can distinguish this tangle? Please answer the Buddha like this." At that time, the Buddha gave an answer. To distinguish, we need to have first sila, morality. We need to distinguish by sila, by samadhi, by panya, and by viriya. The Buddha said the sila padaithaya narosa binyo. Sila padaithaya means standing on the foundation of morality. First, we have to observe the sila morality to purify our morality. To distinguish, we need to observe sila first. Bali verse, Bali stanza, sila padaithaya narosa binyo, chaitam binyan cha bhavaya, adabi nibego bhikkhu so iman vichide jada. This is the Buddha's answer. The meaning is the sila padaithaya standing on the foundation of morality. And then Chaita Samadhi concentration. Chaita means Samadhi concentration. Penya, Penya, wisdom, and sight knowledge. And then Adabi Nibago, Adabi means the Viriya. 4 dhammas are needed to distinguish. The short answer, we can overcome, we can distinguish by observing morality, by developing concentration, by cultivating knowledge, by trying strenuous effort. We can distinguish. That's why the sila, the morality is the basis requirement for a meditator to progress his meditation and practice. Here we should know the successive benefits of the sila morality according to the Dakimathiya Sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. The successive benefits of the morality. Dakimathiya Sutta, the Venerable Ananda asked the Buddha, what's the benefits of the morality? Venerable asked the Lord Buddha. The Buddha answered, the benefits of sila, morality is avibhadisara. Avibhadisara means the no remorse or no regret, no repentance. It means if you have the purity of the morality, you can eradicate, you can remove the remorse, you can be free from remorse. That's why the benefits of sila morality is no remorse, no repentance, no regret. And then the Venerable Ananda asked, what is the benefits of the avibhadisara? What is the benefits of the no regret, no remorse, no repentance? At that time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of avibhadisara, no remorse, is pamauja, joy, delight. Pamauja means joy or delight. Judu, avibhadisara, judu, no remorse, we can get pamauja, joy, delight. This is the benefits of the avibhadisara. And then the Venerable asked again the Buddha, what is the benefits of the pamauja, joy, delight? At that time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of pamauja is piti, rapture. Rapture, piti is the benefits of the pamauja. Judu, pamauja, the joy, we can get the piti, rapture, bliss. After that, the Venerable Ananda asked again, Lord Buddha, what is the benefits of the piti, bliss or rapture? At the time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of piti, the rapture, is a passaddhi, the tranquility. Due to rapture, we can gain the tranquility, passaddhi. This is the result of the piti. Then the Venerable Ananda asked again, Lord Buddha, what is the benefits of the passaddhi? At the time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of the passaddhi is the sukha, the happiness. Due to tranquility, due to passaddhi, we can gain sukha, happiness. Then Venerable Ananda asked Buddha, what is the benefits of the sukha, happiness? At the time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of sukha, happiness is the samadhi, concentration. due to sukha, happiness, we can gain samadhi concentration. And then Ananda asks again, Lord Buddha, what is the benefits of the samadhi concentration? At the time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of samadhi is Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana. Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana means knowledge or things, knowledge or nama and rupa as they really are. Knowledge or nama rupa, yes. Mind and matter. The true nature of nama and rupa. Okay. And then Ananda asks again, Lord Buddha, Bandi, what's the benefits of the Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana, knowledge of the nama and rupa? At the time, the Buddha answered, the benefits of Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana is a Nibhida. Nibhida means knowledge or disgust, knowledge or dislike on nama and rupa, mind and matter, devoid of pleasure of nama and rupa. Nibhida, yes. At this stage, a yogi does not like nama and rupa. This is called Nibhida. Nibhida means devoid of pleasure. And then whenever Ananda asked the Buddha, what's the benefits of the Nibhida? Just like all the nama rupa. At the time, the Buddha answer, the benefits of Nibhida is a viraga. Viraga means non-attachment, dispassion, non-attachment, non-craving. And then whenever Ananda asks again, Bandi, what's the benefits of the viraga, the non-attachment? At that time, the Buddha answer, the benefits of the viraga, non-attachment is vimukti, liberation. Due to non-attachment, we can gain the liberation. These are the successive benefits of the sila, morality. Due to sila, we can get avibadisara. Due to avibadisara, we can get pamauja. Due to pamauja, we can gain piti. Due to piti, we can gain pasadi. Due to pasadi, we can gain sukha. Due to sukha, we can gain the samadhi. Because of samadhi, we can get Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana. Due to that Yathabuddha Jnana Dasana, we can gain the Nibhida. Due to the Nibhida, depending on Nibhida, we can get Viraga. After that, due to Viraga, we can gain liberation or Vimukti Nibbana. These are the successive benefits of the Sila morality according to the Kimmatiya Sutta. That's why Sila morality is very, very important for everyone, a basic requirement, a basic practice to follow by everyone. Why our human life is very, very complicated. We can distinguish first by practicing, by observing morality. Number 2, by concentration. Number 3, by insight knowledge. Number 4, by strong effort. We should try to possess these 4 factors, 4 dhamma. That's why the more we have a morality, the more we have a concentration, the more we have a panya, wisdom, the more we have a viriya effort, the more we can clear up, the more we can distinguish. Only arahant can clear up, can distinguish. Arahant can totally distinguish because he knows the 4 noble truths with the mega jnana and phala jnana. That's why he can distinguish totally. Arahant means a person who knows the 4 noble truths by his own mega jnana and phala jnana. We can also realize the 4 noble truths by practicing vipassana meditation. Let's go to the 4 noble truths. When we are contemplating, when we are practicing vipassana meditation, at the moment we have fully and completely developed the 4 noble truths. Now you are practicing vipassana meditation. When you are practicing vipassana meditation, at the moment you have a fully, completely developed these Four Noble Truths. You have already known the Four Noble Truths because you have some degree of the knowledge on Buddhism. The first Noble Truth is the Dukkha Satya. The meaning is the truth of the suffering. This suffering is common to all, common to everyone. Everyone suffers from these things, such as birth, old age, sickness, and death. When we were born, we cried. When we were old age, we had pain and ache. When we are sick, we are miserable. At the time of death, we will suffer strongly. These are dukkha sufferings. In the Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta, the Buddha taught, Jatipi dukkha, birth is suffering, Jarapi dukkha, old age is suffering, Vyadipi dukkha, sickness is a suffering, Maranampi dukkha, death is a suffering. And the Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta, the Buddha taught like this. And then Abhiyehi Sambhyoga dukkha, association with those who we dislike, is also sufferings. Separation from those we love, it's a kind of suffering. For example, separation from our parents, separation from our brothers and sisters, separation from our good friends, our relatives. This is also sufferings. In the Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta, the Buddha said, Sankhedena Pinchubada Nekanda Dukkha. In short, the five aggregates are sufferings. The Buddha said that there is a happiness in life, happiness and friendship, happiness in a family, happiness in a healthy body, and happiness in mind. But when we lost them, we feel deep sorrow. There is a suffering, there is a dukkha satya. This is the dukkha satya. And then the number two, the second truth is the samudaya satya. Samudaya satya means the truth of the cause of suffering. Sufferings, every suffering is caused by craving and attachment. Because a craving, attachment produces a suffering. The pleasures are always followed by the pain, trouble, and sufferings. And the Buddha said, Tanna, the craving, the attachment is the cause of sufferings. The more we want, the more we will suffer. That's why we should be specifying our life, our position without becoming greedy, without detriment, without becoming greedy. Why the craving, attachment, tanna, is called the samudaya satya. This is the truth of the cause of sufferings. So in these two satya, the samudaya satya is the cause, and dukkha satya is the benefit, the effort. Yes, samudaya satya is the cause, and dukkha satya is the effort, the benefit. If you know like this, you can gain the picchaya. Yeah. Okay. If you understand like this, you gain the picchaya jnana. Picchaya parigha jnana. Picchaya parigha jnana means the knowledge of cause and effect. There is no cause, there is no benefit. Picchaya parigha jnana. Cause and effort. Effect, benefit depend on the cause. Without cause, there will be no effort. This is called knowledge of cause and effort. Picchaya parigha jnana. According to Vipassana point of view. Okay. And then the third truth is the Nirodha Satya, the truth of the extension of suffering, the cessation of suffering, Nirodha Satya. Buddha said that the cessation of suffering is a Nibbana. Nibbana is a Nirodha Satya. Because where there is no birth, there can be no death. Also, where there is no arising, there can be no passing away. Also, where there is no life, there can be no sufferings. There can be no old age, no sickness, and no death. That's why the Nirodha Satya Nibbana can be realized and experienced by everyone through the Vipassana insight knowledge. And the fourth One is the Magga Sajja. Magga Sajja, the path leading to the cessation of sufferings. This is known as the Noble Eightfold Path, the Majjhima Patippada. In the Dhammacakka Buddhana Sutta, the Buddha said, Majjhima Patippada, the Bodhisattva, the Siddhartha, the prince, became the Buddha and attained enlightenment by the noble path, the Majjhima Patippada. This is called Magga Sajja. Under the Bodhi tree, the Buddha attained enlightenment, the Sabinyuta Jnana, by practicing Majjhima Patippada, this noble eightfold path. That's why we have to develop this noble eightfold path to attain Magga Jnana and Phala Jnana. Now we are practicing the Vipassana meditation. Actually, we are developing this noble eightfold path. These two Sajja, Magga Sajja and Nirodha Sajja. Magga Sajja is the cause. The Nirodha Sajja is the effect. Cause and effect. Due to Magga Sajja, the Nirodha Sajja arises. Cause and effect, yes. The Four Noble Truths. The first one, Dukkha Sajja, is to be understood. Dukkha Sajja is the Bahadabba Dhamma, to be understood. The Dukkha Sajja. And then the Samudaya Sajja, Tanha craving, must be abandoned, to be abandoned. And then Nirodha Sajja, to be realized. Sachika Dabba Dhamma. Nirodha Sajja is must be realized, to be realized. Sajja is Bhavedabba Dhamma, that is must be developed, to be developed. Be clear more, I will repeat again. Dukkha Sajja, to be understood. Samudaya Sajja, to be abandoned. Nirodha Sajja, to be realized. Magga Sajja, to be developed. Yes, the last Sajja, the Magga Sajja, is known as the Noble Eightfold Path. In Bali, we call the Magga Sajja. Magga Sajja means the Noble Eightfold Path. Sammaditthi, Sammasankappa, and so on. In the Noble Eightfold Path that you have already known, the Sammaditthi, right views. Number two, the Sammasankappa, right thought. Sammavaca, right speech. And then Sammakamanta, right action. And then Sammakamanta, right action. Samma-ajiva, right livelihood. And then Sammavayama, right effort. Sammasati, right mindfulness. Sammasamadhi, right concentration. These are called the Noble Eightfold Path. These 8 Noble Eightfold Paths, Sammavaca, Sammakamanta, Samma-ajiva. These 3 are in Sila group. The objective of this Sila Magga is to eradicate the violent defilements. In Bali, we call Videkama Kilesa. And then to purify our morality. This is the purpose, the objective of Sila Magga. First, we have to observe the Sila morality. If we observe the morality, you possess beautiful action, a lovely action, a peaceful action. The more you observe morality, the more peaceful you are. If there is a peacefulness in our heart, in your mind, you cannot overwhelm by the sense objects or defilements. You can be free from the defilements because your mind is, your morality is purified. In the Samadhi group, the Sammavayama, Sammasati, Sammasamadhi. Sammavayama, Sammasati, Sammasamadhi. These 3 Magga are in Samadhi group. The purpose, the objective of this Samadhi Magga is to eradicate, to remove the hindrances. In Bali, we call Nivarana. Nivarana, hindrances, Nivarana. By concentration, we can eradicate, we can remove the hindrances, obstacle. Nivarana, Nivarana means the hindrances. Kamachanda Nivarana, the sense desire for visible object, good sound, good smell, good taste, and good tangible object. This is Kamicchanda Nivarana. We can abandon Kamicchanda Nivarana by concentration. Number one, Kamicchanda Nivarana. Kamicchanda Nivarana means the sense desire. This is a kind of Nivarana. Kamicchanda Nivarana. Kamicchanda Nivarana, and then the Vyabhara Nivarana. Vyabhara Nivarana means the anger or hatred. Vyabhara Nivarana, anger, hatred. And then the Thinameda Nivarana. Thinameda Nivarana means sloth and torpor. Sleepiness, the drowsiness, sloth and torpor. Thinameda Nivarana. More you have a concentration, if your concentration becomes deeper and deeper, stronger and stronger, you can remove the Thinameda, sloth and torpor. You can remove drowsiness, sleepiness, heaviness. And the Uddeja Kokoja Nivarana. Uddeja Kokoja Nivarana means the remorse, worry for the past akusala deed. For past akusala deed. That's why by concentration, you can, by Samadhi Mega, you can remove Uddeja Kokoja, remorse. Number 5, the Vichikkeja Nivarana. Vichikkeja means doubt. And Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. By concentration, by Samadhi Mega, we can remove this Vichikkeja, doubt. And the 5 Nivarana, Kamicchanda Nivarana, Vyabhara Nivarana, Thinameda Nivarana, Uddeja Kokoja Nivarana, Vichikkeja Nivarana. The purpose of, the objective of the Samadhi Mega is to eradicate these 5 hindrances and to remove, to eradicate other moderate defilements. Other moderate defilements, in Pali we call Pariyodhana Kilesa. They have arisen in our mind. Pariyodhana Kilesa. They have already arisen in our mind. Pariyodhana Kilesa. Then there is the process of right thinking out the true nature of reality. Right thinking, Sammasankappa. After that, as a result of right thinking or right thought, we can get the right view, the Sammaditthi, knowledge. Sammasankappa and Sammaditthi, these two Meggangas are called Panya Group, Panya Megga. The objective of this Panya Megga is to eradicate the latent defilements, though they have not yet arisen in our mind, but they remain ready to come. This Anusaya Kilesa can be uprooted or eradicated by them, Mega Jnana and Phala Jnana. As if we get the Mega Jnana and Phala Jnana, we become the Ariya Puggala, the noble ones. At the time, we can distinguish. We can clear up the distinguish. Yes, today's my lecture is based on Chitta Sutta. Chitta Sutta. According to Chitta Sutta, our human beings, the people in the world, are very, very complicated, very, very entangled with such as economic tangle, marriage tangle, family tangle, social tangle, religious tangle, and so on. Many, many tangles. As I said at the beginning of my Dhamma talk, our life, your life, our human life is like a bamboo tree. The roots of the bamboo, like a bamboo tree, very, very complicated. These, the tangles can be eradicated by Sila, by Samadhi concentration, by Panya, wisdom, by Viriya effort. So please try to live simply Please try to live with according to Buddha's teachings. This is the time to practice meditation for 5 minutes.